Hey everyone, welcome to Battle for Mid-Earth 2 Edain Mod. Today I'm going to show you guys a match I had against Philosopher. I just met him on Game Ranger. I was playing with dwarves while he was playing with orcs Mordor. Uh, so right here my first strategy was to get some resource from farms and mine shafts and find some creepies. Since I only had played once before this map, uh, I didn't remember where the crypts are, and I knew there is one on the middle, but the others I didn't know. There are some wargs right here and some goblins right there, and I was looking for it, but I didn't saw anything. And the first thing you notice was Philosopher sent his standard units against this cave troll here, and the cave troll ran to rampage, killed everyone. While I was looking, I didn't saw those guys because right here my view. Okay, as you can see, it's on the dark area. I didn't saw him moving here. And the troll went to level 2, and I was like, where are the crypts on this map? One of the moves the philosopher did on this match was to keep spamming a lot of orcs because they are free. They're not very strong, but they are free, so actually it's a good move to spam a bit on the beginning, but he went for 20 orcs. 18 now because they already got 2 out. I don't really like to spam so many orcs because they are very weak, and that's a problem on later game. Of course, you can sacrifice the with this skill to get XP from other orcs and stop anytime. One of the things you will notice he didn't did any resource building, which and I just made my first unit building right now, while I had 3 resource buildings and 2 outside. So that gave me a bit more advantage, economically speaking. I had an advantage here, while he was trying to get the troll so badly. If he had just one of those guys here, just one, he would kill that troll much easier. I was looking for creeps. I think one was here, but I was wrong. There is nothing. And I decided to move down the middle. And just right now, Philosopher just killed the troll. And I saw that. And decided to regroup and try to at least get the gold from the creep on the middle. I think that was one of the biggest moves on early game here, because I sent my troops to engage him right here. I had one of my troops coming out, and as you can see, I used the railing call, which gives you 25% more attack, and the dwarves units are very strong compared to normal orcs, especially because they got this skill here, which is stubbornness, which gives you 30% more armor for 30 seconds. So he was losing this battle so bad, but he kept troops coming. And my strategy here was, okay, I do deploy those guys behind the building and get as many resources I can. And as you can see, I got 3 of 4 resources. He put the Eye of Sauron here, and I was winning this fight, but I decided to retreat because it was not worth it. Because he can keep sending more and more troops. Right now I had 1,000 more than 1,000 of resources, and he almost had 1,000. He got his first hero, which is Scout. It's not very great, but at least do something, I think. And he decided to move up to this outpost, and I didn't saw that. I didn't saw he coming right here. I was thinking, oh, he probably going to retreat to his base and try to come here, or but I didn't saw that at all. So I had some archers here because the archers cause a lot of damage on those orcs. As you can see, he kept spamming and spamming and spamming. Like I said, it's not a bad strategy for early game because now he had so many orcs. But on later game they can be a real problem. You need stronger archers to do that. Uh, as you can see here, the Mortar faction had 3 outposts, which the first one is the ships one, which allows you to build 3 of those buildings here, right there. But I think it's not a good strategy to really get they, except if you don't have money at all. But try to aim for one of those 2 buildings because you can get a special hero on you can get stronger troops, and Saru just level up when you got one of those. So trying to save some money is a good strategy. As you can see now, I had oh, I can't see my hero. Okay, I had a hero, and I was making the Scouts of Iron Wheels, which are those little goats here. The other one, this goat, and get elite equipment, so I can upgrade this unit to a full battalion of goats. They can trample, and they are like the horse of Rohan, and they deal a lot of damage and so quickly. Uh, I went here. I didn't realize they had a hero until that level up, and he summoned this guy, and I decided, okay, it's time to retreat. And especially because he had a troop here on my back of my archers, and I decided to come back for my base, let him be. As you can see, I had the elite equipment coming out right now, uh, and the siege works to get some battering rams. Okay, it's the demolishers from the original game, and the battle wagon. The battle wagon is really good because you can equip with him with a heal ability, which will heal all your troops. As you can see, my troops are very damaged right here. And he decided to come for my mineshaft here and kept spamming more and more troops. I decided to let him be because I didn't have many troops, and my troops cost actually not much, but it cost something. And while his troops just need to spam. But I tried to at least cause some more damage on his back, and as you can see now he got a Nazgul. I think, yeah, he was making Sauron. Sauron actually must be on your base on early game. I'm not sure, but on this match he didn't do that because Sauron can upgrade your buildings, your economy buildings, and that make a lot of difference. Right now I can't see the economy upgrades. Oh no, yeah, I didn't make it any economy upgrades yet. He had much more money than me. It's the master. Make way. And I decided to take my goats here and quickly destroy his economy. I didn't know he was here right now. I was thinking, oh, he probably had outpost here because of that first attack, but he didn't. As you can see here, I sent my goats. This guy right here, I'm going to get the upgrade, and our goats were coming. See, the goats deal a lot of damage there so quickly, especially when you have the hero together. And I got this building. Then I started to go to this building and this one. This one he destroyed to save some money, to recover some money, and like that. Yep, he destroyed it. And I think he didn't solve this one because this one I was able to destroy it without him trying to break. He started to make defensive towers because he had nothing here. Actually, I don't really like the idea to leave your entire fortress alone like that. Okay, he can keep spamming all those orcs. Look, look. But it's not a good idea. Especially when you have cavalry, or in this case, goats, right close to your base, because you can just come here and destroy some resource buildings. It's very annoying. So I made a mining shaft here, as you can see, and deploy all my dwarfs on my mine shaft, so I can send quickly through the mine shaft here all my units. I didn't do that, but I was really thinking to do. And he got the first battering ram. I really think the battering rams of Mordor is very good because it's so cheap to make one of those. But he only did one, and I was coming here, he destroyed that farm, and here it's another big mistake of Philosopher parts, cause he made outpost and he couldn't come to the outpost to defend it. Instead, he decided, oh, I'm going to attack. But there's a problem. Only the siege units can destroy the walls and the gate, and he sent just one, and I noticed that he didn't have any troops here, and I was like, oh, I need to get there quickly. I can't allow him to destroy. My tower is doing some damage, but it's not significant for siege units. And I can send the goats, and there it is. His siege units is gone. He had so many troops here, so many troops. If he had all those troops right here defending that siege unit, he could destroy my gate and get inside. But he didn't. For some reason, he didn't do that. Okay, I decided to retreat a bit and leave those little guys here attacking the outposts. And like now, he doesn't have a lot of money because his economy is pretty broken and his main units are just orcs. Another problem with spamming so many orcs is because they cost a lot of command points, and he had 700 of command points. And while I had only the standard command point 500 command points, I didn't got these upgrades at all because I didn't need. So I just finally put Wonder Mine here and destroyed that. Like I said, the goats are very strong. Look, he just destroyed all those farms to save money and avoid me to get command points. And he gathered up here to build another outpost, I think, but that's not a good strategy because you just lost one outpost and without doing anything there, and that was just money wasted. And I started to build a mineshaft here. Mineshafts are very good because the dwarves can travel so fast with them. And he started gathering some battery wins. Yep, like I said, look at that command points again. He stuck his battery win. I really recommend people to try at least attack with 2 battery wins and not just one, because the damage here on my gauge, on my main gauge, with 1 battery win was 50%. If he had 2 battery wins, he probably would destroy my gauge. So trying to save some battery wins to do a simultaneous attack, it's a good strategy. Now he had the second one, and I was here destroying these, expecting him to at least retreat, but he didn't do that. Right now I had 1 tower and 1 Iron Hills catapult, which didn't have any range on these, and I decided, okay, I must give up here and go back for my base as quickly as I can. And the catapult didn't do much damage here. As you can see, I was building another Iron Hills catapult on the wall. And send the goats. There's no defense here. That was his biggest mistake. See, I killed it, and now I'm out. And now all of his troops are retreating. He can't breach my walls without that. And I decided to at least cause some damage on his retreat. Right now I had the tier 2 skills while he only had tier 1 skills. This skill is actually very good because he replenishes your units and level up to level 2. But for standard orcs, very useful. I saw him trying to destroy his undermine. I think it was a bad strategy of his part because it wasn't quick enough. I could send troops there to defend these. I knew that he wants this outpost here, and as you can see, this outpost right now is working properly. There's some buildings here. But like I said, if you do those other 2 outposts, this will do a great difference because their orcs are so much more stronger than this one. And here I was checking up the things. I saw the catapults on the front line. I tried to get, but that was my mistake because now all his orcs are defending properly, and I decided to retreat. Especially because Sauron caused a lot of damage on Shadow Form. And I retreated. He doesn't pursue me at all. Another thing, he left this mine here. That could be a very great mistake because I can summon so many troops here. But I didn't do that because all my troops are farmed somehow. And I decided to come here again to see if the outpost was making it or not. As you can see, I didn't have vision. And here he started to attack my mineshaft, and I saw that, and oh, 3 XP for me, great. Ooh. We'll call for some guardian. And more guys coming out, and more orcs going to my mineshafts. And he just noticed my mineshaft right here. He sent just 1 troop. I would send the entire army, or at least the catapult here could deal more damage quickly. I don't know why he didn't do that. He just kept spamming a lot of standard orcs. That's not a good strategy. As you can see, those orcs are just dead. They're simply dead. They can't stand the goats. Look at that. Nobody's left. Those goats. Oh yeah, 4 guys are left. Oh, another thing. He started to build that fortress, that outpost here, that special outpost, and destroyed. He didn't try to defend that outpost. It's so expensive. You're not going to recover your money if you destroy it. Not, not all the money. Look at that. This economy is pretty broken. I had a catapult here. I had a tower. So my defense are pretty solid because he can pass through. And why was destroying one farm? He's still destroying. Oh, my bad. Why I was destroying 2 farms here? He was still on that farm up there, and he was gathering a lot of troops here to make a major attack. I didn't saw that. I only saw those guys, but I didn't saw that at all. Right now he got reinforcements of run, which is a good skill. He summons troops, special troops, spearmans, easterlings from the dark edge of the map. But since his command point is so high, those guys that didn't come at all, and he decided to push a second attack on my fortress. I was just going to rebuild this, and I noticed the attack. And right now, the battle wagon was scared from this Nazgul. I didn't know the battle wagon can be scared. I tried to drop the oil barrel right on the middle. This caused a lot of damage. Take a look at that. Boom. This caused a lot of damage on his orcs because his orcs are so weak. And my hero was back there destroying the siege, as you can see. And he had no siege at all on this attack. This attack was completely useless. And gathering so many orcs on the same place is a bad thing. Because look at that. The catapults just destroy everyone. I was retreating to inside my base. I was thinking, oh, he going to try to invade my base with all those troops. And he didn't. He just tried. But he stand like, oh, it's impossible to get inside now. And right now you can see those guys are came from the edge of the map. Those guys are good because they are good against those goats of mine, and they have upgraded weapons which cause extra damage by the fool, and that's very great. Uh, Another thing that I didn't do on this match was a outpost. And as you can see, I had a battering ram here. I was planning to send my battering ram right here, as you can see, and then gather all my battering rams right there, and at least make a attack here. I don't know why, but he just keeps the troops here. And look, that that's a bad move. You don't want to let all your orcs like that, because if you throw some skill or catapult fire here, it is going to do a lot of damage, and it's not good to live like that. The good thing is to spread troops here, here, so they don't become a ball of orcs there. He was moving another catapult, and I was planning to at least make some damage here on those buildings and the main building and retreat, because look at that. If you send all those troops here, I didn't have any chance. I start to move. He was looking for my troops and thing. And look at that. I destroyed that tower so quickly. I was destroying his buildings right here and decided to push my demolishers right to the middle building. And he decided to make a last stand and attack my fortress again. But man, it's not a good idea. When you're under attack, retreat to your base, save your base. Because look at that. Look at the damage those battering rams are doing. Bang, baby. No chance. And right here, I summoned Gandalf. I had tier 3 skills. And use this one. And look at that. Ooh. Everyone is dead. He didn't have any way to defeat me right now. Right now he called GG. I remember he saying GG on the screen and he gave up. See? And that's it. Philosopher has been defeated. And I think his strategy on the beginning of the game was solid. Make so many orcs. But on late game was a big mistake because he didn't had the troops to engage me. He didn't had siege to destroy my fortress. Uh, so I think don't. I don't even not say I don't do the spam or the game, but at least get some trolls. You know, get 4 trolls because Sauron levels up. Uh, Try to get that other outpost because the units are stronger. Try to gather more battering rams and catapults. And that's it. I think that's the best strategy for Mordor. So I hope you guys liked this battlecast, and I hope to see you guys again. Bye bye.